Welcome to Comparative VPN YouTube channel. Today's video will be an in-depth review of Trust.Zone. Trust.Zone is not a very popular VPN and definitely not the one you'll see a lot online. This company is established back in 2014 and from there didn't really do much to improve upon its basis. This VPN is based in Seychelles and for years it's been known as an affordable yet average VPN for users that aren't spoiled with the likes of ExpressVPN, NordVPN and CyberGhost. Even though it's relatively cheap, should you actually buy Trust.Zone and use it as your quote-unquote daily driver? Well, this is one of the questions that I'm going to address in the Trust.Zone VPN review, but also give you two VPN alternatives that are much better. So first, make sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon to be notified whenever we publish a new VPN review like this one. As always, we start our Trust.Zone review by talking about applications and ease of use. If we check the VPN's website, we can see a humongous list of platforms that are supported, even going back to Windows XP, Vista and Windows 10. Nevertheless, apart from Windows, you can install Trust.Zone on Mac, iOS, Android, Linux systems, routers, smart TVs, and in the form of browser extensions for Chrome and Firefox. Trust.Zone allows for 5 simultaneous connections in a single account, but only if you go for a 2-year plan. Other plans allow for just 3 connections, which is simply not enough for the vast majority of users. Now, what about the application? Well, Trust.Zone decided to go with the old school and minimalistic design. Quite literally because you can't make this application window any bigger. To connect to the server of your choice, you need to choose the option Servers down below, click on the country you want, and Trust.Zone will quickly establish a connection to the VPN server located in that country. Of course, to disconnect, use this connection button once again and the connection will be stopped. The minimalism continues in the settings menu as well, where we get just a few security options to pick from. More about that in the security part of our Trust.Zone VPN review. Despite its old school look, Trust.Zone is actually a pretty secure VPN, offering 256-bit encryption, also known as military-grade encryption. On top of that, you can find the kill switch, but also DNS leak protection to prevent you from leaking your DNS address to the public eye accidentally. Trust.Zone also allows you to change VPN ports, and here we can see that OpenVPN is supported, along with some old protocols like FTP that date back to 1970s. If you're a more experienced user, you may want to set up Trust.Zone manually, and in that case there are config files for IKEv2, SOCKS 5 proxy and even WireGuard, which is great for a cheap VPN like this. What you see on the screen is the privacy policy of Trust.Zone, and you will agree that this is one of the shortest privacy policies you've ever seen, because for me it definitely is. As said, the VPN is based in Seychelles, far away from the 14 Eyes intelligence sharing countries. In fact, Seychelles is a great offshore location with no surveillance and data retention laws, allowing a VPN like this to maintain its no logging policy. Trust.Zone collects only necessary bits of information such as email address and, well, that's pretty much it. As for other bits of information, Trust.Zone is pretty straightforward and I quote, "All our VPN servers around the world are not storing any log files to keep your privacy safe." Even though the privacy policy was updated the last time in 2018, I believe that these no-logging practices are still in place, so you won't have any issues with your privacy and security while using Trust.Zone. Moving on with the Trust.Zone review, let's perform a couple of speed tests to see how fast it is. What you see on the screen is my native internet speed, and I will use 2 servers to test Trust.Zone and see how big the speed reduction will be. One server will be located in Bulgaria, which is very close to my real location, and one in the United States, just to see how well Trust.Zone performs in different scenarios. As you can see, I'm already connected to the VPN server in Bulgaria, so let's revisit the speed test website and initiate the speed test. We can see that Trust.Zone isn't exactly the fastest VPN, but I must admit that I expected a bit worse results. Still, it's more than good for day-to-day usage except for the very high ping. I'm now connected to the VPN server in the United States, so once again, let's revisit the speed test website and initiate the speed test. And now the situation is much worse as Trust.Zone significantly reduces both upload and download speeds and increases the ping to 190 milliseconds. Once again, not catastrophic but not good either. Users who are looking for a fast VPN should definitely avoid Trust.Zone and get ExpressVPN instead, that offers much better performance even on distant servers. In the next part of our Trust.Zone review, we need to perform a streaming test and see if we can unblock different streaming platforms abroad. I will use Netflix and BBC iPlayer as examples. For Netflix, I will use the US catalog and I will try to unblock the movie Batman the Killing Joke, which is available exclusively in the United States and I can't find it, as you can see, after which I will connect to the server in the United Kingdom and try to watch BBC iPlayer. Let's first connect to the server in the United States by using Trust.Zone, and then let's refresh the page. And after refreshing the page, as you can see, I still can't find the movie, which means that Netflix US doesn't work. Now, if I go to BBC iPlayer and try to watch this show, for example, I get an error message because I'm not located in the United Kingdom. But now, let's connect to the server in the United Kingdom, and of course, let's refresh the page. After refreshing the page, once again the geo restriction message is not removed, which means that BBC iPlayer doesn't work either. It's clear that Trust.Zone showed very bad results in our streaming test, meaning that it won't be a great VPN in this regard, despite having some dedicated streaming servers from Netflix and BBC. A small and unpopular VPN like this one cannot be expected to have a huge server network, and this is indeed the case here. Trust.Zone offers servers in 34 countries globally, but the exact number of servers is not disclosed. However, we don't think that there are more than 150 servers available, even though there are double VPN servers based in Russia, for example, which is a great addition for stronger security. The server distribution is not particularly great, as Trust.Zone VPN offers just one server location in Africa and only a few locations in Asia. Even worse, this hasn't changed over the past few years, and Trust.Zone didn't upgrade its server network even a tiny bit. In case any VPN-related issues with Trust.Zone appear, you'll be all but happy to know that there's just one contact method: email, or simply put by submitting a request, after which you'll have to wait for a response a minimum of couple of hours. Trust.Zone doesn't offer live chat support, and this is somewhat expected from a cheap and a small VPN provider like this one. On the brighter side, the customer support team is helpful enough, and you'll have no issues with it. In this Trust.Zone VPN review, there's only one thing left to discuss: pricing. Trust.Zone offers 4 plans to choose from, and while some plans are very expensive, like the monthly plan for example, the annual and 2-year plans are very cheap. Plus, they let you use a 10-day money-back guarantee, as long as you didn't spend more than 1 GB of bandwidth. The annual plan costs $3.33 a month, or around $40 upfront, and a 2-year plan will cost you $233 a month or $56 upfront, which is really cheap, albeit for the similar price we recommend getting CyberGhost instead. CyberGhost is priced very similarly and offers 7,000 servers in 90 countries, much faster speeds, dedicated P2P and streaming servers, 7 simultaneous connections and 24/7 support. Or if you want a drastically better VPN, ExpressVPN is surely going to give you the fastest speeds, 3000 plus servers in 94 countries, rock solid security, a verified no logging policy, and is going to let you unblock dozens of Netflix catalogs and streaming platforms, making it a vastly superior option. With everything said, it's time to conclude our Trust.Zone VPN review. Trust.Zone is by no means a bad VPN if you examine it closely and take a look at the pricing. For a quote-unquote small VPN, Trust.Zone is definitely safe and secure and supports quite a lot of platforms, even though its speeds and customer support are disappointing. However, looking at the whole VPN market, Trust.Zone is at the bottom of the barrel, and if you want more than a no-logging policy and military-grade encryption, ExpressVPN and CyberGhost are much better options due to the reasons we mentioned a minute ago. So, this was all for today's video. We hope you liked it, and if you did, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to our channel and stay with us because many more VPN reviews are coming very soon. See you in the next video. Bye.